Hi, welcome back to Northeast Cooks. Today we're going to be making the Tall House chocolate chip cookies. My name's Andreas and my teammates are...
I'm Sora.
I'm Yanisa.
I'm Natalie.
I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be starting off by creaming the butter and sugars, dark brown sugar and the granulated sugar.
So here we have 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar, and 1/4 of granulated sugar. And we have 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 egg.
And you want to keep this on a stir setting so that way you're not prone to over mixing. If you over mix your dough, if you over mix your butter and sugar, it'll end up being really tough and too airy, and it will cause your cookie to not puff up as much. So you just want to watch out for that.
Now that the dough has been smoothed out and there's no longer chunks in it, I'll be now adding the vanilla extract and eggs.
And you just want to make sure that you're keeping your stations clear and that you're scraping your sides of your bowl as well, so that way everything gets incorporated in and you're not missing anything.
Now I'm going to be sifting the flour, salt, and baking soda. The measurements are 1 1/8 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt.
The reason why we sift it is to not get any clumps of flour in, and it spreads evenly throughout the mixture.
Plus the cookie's just more smoother that way.
Also better for accurate measurements. Now I'll be putting in the flour that's already been sifted into the wet mixture. I'll make sure that none of the flour is stuck on the paddle.
And so now we're going to detach our bowl and paddle, and we're going to begin folding in our chocolate chips. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we get everything off of the paddle to ensure that we get as much as our batter as possible, or dough.
That looks so good.
I know, right? It smells great. It's alright if we leave some.
Could somebody take this?
Thank you. And now I'm going to add in our 1 cup of chocolate chips. Get those thin pieces there. And we're just gonna fold them in by going in from the side and going under and over. And as you can tell, it starts to incorporate into our dough. And it doesn't really take much. You don't want to overmix because the friction will cause the chocolates to start melting. And we're looking for chocolate chip cookies, not chocolate cookies. And so once that is all incorporated in, we are ready to begin scooping.
Now that our mixture is folded in together, we can start scooping our chocolate chips. We have a regular ice cream scooper. This for our size of our pans. We're going to do a 3x4 setup. Sure they're in space between each so they don't melt into each other as we bake them off. Now that our cookies are scooped, I'm gonna hand it off to Andres so she can finish baking them off.
So now that we've scoop them up. I'm going to put them in the preheated oven, and we preheated it to 350. And we're gonna put them in for 10 to 15 minutes.
We put the cookies in the oven. We'll be back when they're ready. Thank you for watching another episode of Northeast Cook. See you again next time.
Bye.